Okay, here we go. Historic National Road, the road that built the nation. An important road. The National Road is a true American icon, conceived by George Washington himself, authorized by Thomas Jefferson, and traveled by Abraham Lincoln. In 1806, construction of the National Road was approved by the U.S. Congress to open the western interior of the young nation to commerce and settlement. It was America's first federally funded interstate highway, extended from Cumberland, Maryland, to Wheeling on the Ohio River. The road was so important that Congress authorized its extension into Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois in 1825 to link the capitals of the new states. The road reached Indiana in 1827. An early road of opportunity. During its heyday in Indiana, from 1830 to 1850, travelers flooded the National Road. It provided a convenient route to markets, both east and west. Blacksmith shops and taverns sprung up along the road to serve the diversity of travelers. Stagecoaches bring letters, newspapers, and cash supported the booming economy and carried the correspondence of happy accomplishments, births, and deaths. The trip was often unpleasant. Wagon axles deep in mud, floors wet, and backs aching from the rough rides. Stagecoaches, carriages, and wagons vied for space alongside foot travelers, noisy cattle, hogs, and geese. As a faster and more reliable transportation option became available with the expansion of the nation's rail and canal networks in the 1850s, road traffic decreased. Like many other roads, the National Road fell into a state of disrepair. Although it was no longer the Great Road West, the legacy of the road would not soon be forgotten. Good roads and canals would shorten the distances, facilitate commercial and personal intercourse, and unite by a still more intimate community of interest the more remote corners of the United States. Signed by Albert Gallatin, Secretary of the U.S. Treasury in 1808. Founding Father George Washington was concerned about the ability of the newly established United States to secure its vast western frontier from competing European interests. He believed that the construction of a national road would strengthen commercial ties and provide military access. National Road Advocates. Albert Gallatin, Secretary of the U.S. Treasury, presents the plan for the National Road presents the plan for a national system of roads and canals to President Thomas Jefferson, April 4th, 1808, painting by Carl Rankman. Lincoln State Capitol, Indiana's first state capitol building in Indianapolis on the National Road, circa 1840. That's that picture right there. And that is the painting that was by Carl Rankman. Building bridges. The National Road crossing the Whitewater River in Richmond, Indiana. By 1847, the National Road in Richmond and most of the state had not been completed, noting that it was a useless waste of time to await the action of government. An editorial in the Richmond Palladium, 23rd March 1847, called on the citizens of Wayne County to hold a meeting for the purpose of devising means to ensure the completion of the road. Legacy of prosperity. Well-appointed farm along the National Road in Plainfield, Indiana. As we can see, that's it right there. And that's a picture of the Conestoga wagon train on the National Road. Another painting by Carl Rakeman. And this right here is a presentation of the historic National Road in Indianapolis, Indiana.